Hello, everybody. My name is Eileen Nicole, and we're going live today. Today, I want to talk about we're talking about the inauguration that's going to be happening tomorrow on the 20th. Today is January 19th, right? The day before President Trump takes, or former president takes his new job um, as the president, even though he's been the president before. But I wanted to talk about this whole situation with the crypto ball because there is a lot going on within just that particular piece of it. And then you have the fact that Snoop Dogg, Nelly, Soulja Boy, Rick Ross, and them are going to be performing. And why is that different from? I just want to know, like, because the last time Trump was in office, Chrisette Michelle performed, and she was canceled. Like her career is no longer nowhere near what it used to be, all because she performed at Trump's inauguration. Now there is backlash for Snoop Dogg for these artists. Nelly, he said something, but nobody's going to actually cancel them. People are just kind of like um, trying to figure out why are they doing this. People are kind of upset about it, but nobody's going to say we're not going to be listening to their music or supporting their concert and stuff like that. So we're just going to get into some of the stuff that crypto ball in general. I don't know if you guys know about Trump. He announced that he has dropped a meme coin. And if for anybody that does not know what a meme coin is, it's just basically a token that someone puts on the blockchain that really has no intrinsic value, but you can, because these coins are put on an exchange, you can swap them out for money, but it just depends on the value of the coin. So you may lose some money changing into the coin. There's so many different coins on the market. Bitcoin is probably the most valuable one, even though it also has no. It's not tied to nothing. It's not anchored to anything. It's not like people say that the dollar is fiat currency, but it's anchored to the American labor workforce. It's anchored to the military. It's anchored to just the American economy that has it produces so many different things. It's also anchored to the international economy, the goods and services that come out of that. So it's not. It is a fiat currency in that you can continue to print the money without any really you with some consequences, but mostly none, because America is a sovereign country to where we can print our own money and write down our own debt. We don't do it, but we can. We have that authority to do so. Most countries do, like first world countries, Europe and Japan, Canada, places like that. But ultimately, Trump has created a meme coin, and he's been pumping it up. Right before he's supposed to be getting back into office, and it's so interesting that that is the way that he's going. Now, before this, there was an announcement that the U.S. government will be buying a bunch of Bitcoin. Now, they already had Bitcoin in stash because they had, when like they get criminals off the street, federal crimes and stuff like that. People use Bitcoin to do dark stuff. So they would confiscate this Bitcoin and they would just hold it. They would just keep it. Okay, fair enough. But now they're talking about they're going to take some of the money, America's money, and buy cryptocurrency and hold some in reserve as if it were, you know, gold or something like that. But it's not gold. It's not gold. Anyway, they're going to buy a bunch of cryptocurrency. Now, the value of cryptocurrency is going to go up because of this, but also there's going to be other countries that are going to buy crypto. I believe it's a country. What is this? It's a country that already uses cryptocurrency as their like how they purchase, how they do business. I think it's Venezuela. Let's see. I think it's Bitcoin. Oh, it's El Salvador. So El Salvador, in 2021, El Salvador became the first country in the world to make Bitcoin their legal tender. Y'all. So the value of El Salvador's money is going to go up, because if the U.S. is investing in this money and Americans are investing in this money because the government is investing in this money, then we're going to have Bitcoin go up. And then at the end of the day, we're also going to see, I believe this might be like a pump and dump scheme. Now, what's his name? CoffeeZilla did an expose on there. And I don't want to show this video because I don't want to get blocked or, you know, have my video taken down because I use this video. But he basically goes into like his investigation into what happened with his investigation. Now, what happens is basically within 4 years, the coin is going to vest. It's almost like 401k at your job. Like you put in a certain amount of money, and then after so long, you get to keep the money after a certain while. If you leave early out of the money, then you have to pay a certain percentage back. It's kind of like cashing out of your 401k before you're 65. And you have to pay, penalty tax, or if you don't use it to purchase a home or for medical expenses. There's certain things that you can use your crypto, your 401k money for, where you won't get penalized, unless there's certain things that you can use it for. If you use it outside of those things, you'll be penalized, you'll be taxed. So let's take a look at this article here. Let me share my screen. All right, so he's having a crypto ball, and this is to really like kind of showcase this new cryptocurrency that he, is gonna be he's bringing into America. And I think that this is also going into the bigger picture of the CFC coin that they're trying to bring into. But let's take a look at this the crypto ball to celebrate Trump's return marks hope for new era of policymaking. And this is Yahoo Finance. In tuxedos and finery, one of the most famously dressed down industries celebrated Friday night with a crypto ball in Washington to welcome the incoming administration of President-elect Donald Trump, which the crowd of digital assets insiders trust will lift their sector into U.S. legitimacy. Guys, I think this is going to be a big setup for a big letdown. And that is going to be beneficial for most Americans. I think that this is going to be Trump's base. That's he's getting other types of people that are not his base, typically his base. Or if you notice, they're black men. Where during the election, people were saying that he got an overwhelming amount of support from black men, but a lot of black men were like, I didn't support him. But at the end of the day, this is why he has black men performing, because he is pandering to black men to buy this coin. Anyway, so big names in crypto such as Michael Saylor, Brian Armstrong, and the Winklevoss brothers. Now, if you know the Winklevoss brothers, they took Mark Zuckerberg to court because they said that he stole the Facebook idea from them, and they won. They won a bunch of billions of dollars. They started their own family office, and then they started their own crypto wallet and called Gemini, just a whole bunch of stuff in the crypto world. But they're there. So Jesse Powell and future officials in the incoming administration, most notably Trump's crypto czar pick David Sachs, mixed in the Andrew W. Mellon Auditorium as they drank cocktails and downed truffle tuna tartare. Oh. They took in a performance from rapper Snoop Dogg and more. A visit from the Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. Overall insane event with legacy Silicon Valley VCs in the room, along with, I would dare say, 50 to 60% of global crypto investors and founder leadership in the room, said one attendee, listen, this is one big business ball. They're all these are the tech bros, these are the finance bros, these are the crypto bros, these are the venture capitalists, these are the whales. They're putting all of this, is why they said that this ball it brought in a bunch of money, because there's so many people that are investing. Now, when I say investing, they're putting money in early, because the rest of everybody, the late bloomers that come in later and invest in this money, those are the people that are going to lose out. That's how they're going to get their money back, because they're the ones that can buy into the coin early. The coin is set up in a way to where you have to be in the coin for a couple of years before you can get any money out of the coin, which I don't think that that's a bad setup, but I believe CoffeeZilla said 80% of the coin is owned by Trump and his team. So most of the coin, it's kind of almost like how the US is set up, how they say 80%, most of the wealth is owned by 20% of the wealthy, and so the 80% have to kind of fight over the 20% of what's left over. So it's interesting how that is similar. So the event marks the dramatic upswing in Washington fortunes for the crypto industry. So this is like turning into the Gilded Age for them. They are, and you know what's the worst part about it is that I feel like he's going to get away with it. All these men that are spending all this money, they're going to get away with it. There isn't going to be any consequence for them doing all this. A couple of months ago, there was a ruling in the court where, let me see if I can find it, where this group of men who put together a cryptocurrency did a pump and dump, and then they went to court, and then some of the investors in the court. But I believe the investors won that lawsuit. Hold on. For doing the pump and dump. So this is what I'm saying. There's already a precedent that nothing's going to happen once they do this. So this is one big setup. Also, I'm going to show you guys, a lot of these people that are investing right now early know that this is about to be a pump and dump, almost like Wall Street bets during COVID, when they pumped up GameStop and they pumped up AMC and Bath and Body Works. It's very similar to that. Let me see. So we know how Tua is in. I can't. Well, no, was it that? Yeah, so I can't find it right now, but I'm gonna try to find it. But I do know, because I've watched a lot of finance programs, like videos on here, and I do know that there was a group of people that came that did this pump and dump, and they got away with it. So again, the precedent is already set. Trump is gearing up to make sure that all of these people lose all this money. So again, the reason why he invited Snoop and Nelly and Soulja Boy. I mean, if you notice, all these people, Snoop doing a pump and dump, I believe, a couple years ago. So let's see here. So Trump meme coin doubles again, stake worth 58 billion or more. The president-elect Trump launched his own cryptocurrency Friday night, and as of Sunday, off guard and speaks $1 billion worth Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Okay, so let me finish. Okay, so his wife Melania joined him Sunday night with her own coin launch, Melania, which was worth more than 5 billion within a couple of hours. By the numbers, according to CoinGecko price data, Trump rose more than 600% overnight, Friday into Saturday, and then more than 150% Saturday night to Sunday morning. It was trading just over $72 as of 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is wild to me that he has nothing to offer, but he's getting all this money. The speculation market is off the chain, but part of the stock market is majority of the stock market is a speculation market. Like when you have real commodities and real businesses that are on the stock markets, usually the derivatives are worth way more. Like if you play futures or options, or if you typically if you are in the derivatives market, you're going to make more money anyway. But this isn't a derivative because there's nothing to derive from. There's nothing there. This is basically a personality coin. So he's making money off of his personality. That's basically what this is. So the meme website says 80% of the supply is held by Trump Organization affiliate CIC Digital and a CIC co-owned entity called Fight Fight Fight. Fight 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 is what Trump said after being shot at a rally in July of 2024. They're subject to a 3-year unlocking schedule, which means they cannot dump all of their holdings at once. The intrigue: Trump has warmly embraced cryptocurrency as a concept and an industry to the point that he is reportedly considering designating it a national priority as soon as this week. Now, this is one thing that I'm not like against cryptocurrency. I'm against having digital currencies like this, but I am against people believing that it's a security. But nobody's saying that people are saying that it's not, but they acting like that it is. A security means that you fully intend to get some sort of you potentially will make money off of it. That's what a security means, meaning that you're going to invest in gold, you're going to invest in real estate, you're going to invest in something that you potentially could gain money off of. It doesn't guarantee that you are, but you potentially could make money off of this investment. That's what a security is. This isn't labeled as a security, but it's behaving as a security, but nobody's pointing out the obvious. So let's go to the next one. The Trump coin sparks fury as industry grapples with the pump and dump dread. The crypto politics collide in DC. The crypto politics collide with digital finance as Trump's meme coin launch triggers a volatile market reaction, polarizing industry watchers and prompting regulatory caution. So let me ask you, do you think that Trump is going to be investigated by the SEC for this? The Securities and Exchange Commission? Do you think that? I don't think that he at all is going to be, I don't think that he's going to be investigated at all. And if so, it's going to be a very light investigation. How the story began: Trump engaged top Bitcoin miners on U.S. crypto future. Well, what we know is that this coin will take you a couple years for you to buy. You can buy in, but it'll take you a couple years to dump all of your money. Which I think that part is a smart move, only because you don't want somebody playing with your hard-earned. If you were to really actually play, because anybody can launch a coin. But if you were serious about launching a coin, you would want to structure it in this way so that people don't exploit what you've done. They don't exploit your hard work. So I get that. But let's get into these performers at this crypto ball. Nelly defends performing at Trump inauguration. I respect the office. It's an honor to meet and perform for the President of the United States, regardless of who is in office. Rapper says after Liberty Ball gig draws backlash from fans. Well, didn't he just get arrested for something? I think he just got arrested. Didn't he just get arrested for a bunch of pills? I think he just got arrested for a bunch of drugs. That's wild. If he performed there and he got arrested, I believe he did recently, because it was right after him and Shanti had that baby, and he had the freaking. That's great. Listen, these people be up there trying to make sure that they not finna go to the big house because they're special and you're not. You can go to jail, but they can't. But this is crazy. Nelly defended his decision to perform at Monday night's presidential inauguration events following the backlash the rapper faced participating at the Respect the Office. I was born in a military base in Austin. My father served, my grandfather served, my uncle served, my auntie served. I've been entertaining the troops all over this world, Nelly added, noting that the military serve regardless if the person they voted for wins. If these people can give their life for the office, Nelly can perform for it. I love this country as well. It is an honor for me to perform for the President of the United States, regardless of who is in office, Nelly added. Let's look. Oh, this is the long one. So come a little close. Pay attention. Eyes on me. Whoa. Pay attention. Let's see where we at.
According to our experience. conversation for me was just, I just wanted to know what you was thinking. But after explaining what your position, man, you know, I had to fall back a little, you know, because all of us
Let's go back a little bit.
Say, man, I knew that we was going to be talking soon, but I didn't know we was going to be talking about this.
Yeah.
Yes. So, man, when I hear people talking about performing at Trump's inauguration, you know, I'm hearing all types of things, and then next thing you know, somebody say new forming, and I said, hell no. Hell
Basically,
no.
he's about to kick and say that the same thing that this article said, but let's listen.
But don't do it. Reconsider. You know, and you told me something that was very interesting. And at first, the conversation for me was just, I just wanted to know what you was thinking. But after you explained what your position, man, you know, I had to fall back a little, you know, because all of us have different experiences, and we all do things according to our experiences, and you know how we move. The way Nelly do something may be different from the way Willie D do something, but that don't really a Willie D a bad person, right?
Not at all. I think that's what democracy is, right? That's what we're supposed to have, the option of choices, right? So what we do is we tend to sometimes make a quick, I would say, response to something that on the surface may seem like it's effed up because we don't agree with something else. Like I told you, I said, OG, I'm political. I'm not out here trying to tell anybody who they should vote for. You know what I'm saying? This is not a campaign trail. This is not me telling you, yo, you should vote for this candidate or you should vote for that. I think you should do your homework and figure out what best helps you and the people who you love and who you provide for, and you know how that runs. Because I'm clueless on a lot of things when it get down to it. You know what I mean? Like they started putting 2 and 3 things. You think voting for one thing and come to find out you was voting for 2 or 3 things. So I would feel messed up in my head if I told some brother or some sister, yo, you should vote for this. This is going to help Black businesses. But at the same time, I didn't know that voting for that would take away from your Medicaid. And then that's what directly would affected you. Then I feel effed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I didn't know that. What I tend to say is, yo, do your own homework and make your own decisions about it. But what I will say, I respect the office. This isn't politics. The politics.
Hold on.
It's over.
Don't say it's not.
He's the president.
Politics. The politics is over. The presidential office is political. To sit there and say that it's over, that's a very rudimentary way to think. It's reductive. It's going to continue to be political. Everything that the president does is political. The wars are political. The decisions that he makes to cut resources for Americans are political. Anything that he does is political. There isn't anything that he does not do that is not political, and that is that's inaccurate. I strongly and vehemently disagree with that statement.
What I would like is the best country in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know if a lot of people I wear on my chest and my arm, but I was born on a military base in Austin. My father served, my grandfather served, my uncle served, my auntie served, my cousins served. I've entertained the troops all around this world. I've entertained the troops. Ain't no money in that. That's something that I felt I had to do because I was one of those kids on those military bases. You see what I'm saying? Far be it at a young age, but I was there. I know what that meant to them families that have been away from for home for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. Sometimes could be 10 years plus, dependent. And here we get a chance to go out here and bring a little bit of home to these people. And I mean, long story short, I know like if these people, the military means a lot to me, right? If these people can, these are people that
just say you wanted to perform because because of this right here. Let's just say this. Just say this right here is why he wanted to perform, because he's saying all this and saying nothing. Rapper Nelly arrested in St. Louis for previous traffic charge of possession. Look, his lawyer says the case will die. I wonder how that's going to happen, Nelly. How is that going to happen? Because all this stuff that you talking about, the troops, and we never heard this from you. No, you don't care about this. And you didn't care about it when Trump was in office the first time. So now you care about this? No, you care about this. This is what you care about. You care about talking to Trump to see what he can do to help you with this. And that's my personal opinion about it. But let's continue.
Their lives, they give everything that they have so that we can have these choices, so that we can have these freedoms. And here's the kicker. They do it no matter who is in office. People act like the men and women in our military don't get a chance to vote. They get a chance to vote too. Sometimes they candidate don't win. But who's ever in office, if they push the button, they got to go.
What does this have to do with you performing at this crypto ball, this grifter ball? What does that have to do with it? You went there to be an influencer. You went there also to try to see what you can get done about your case. That's my opinion. This has nothing to do with all these people. You never cared about this before. You never talked about this before. This is this stuff right here. So he's saying a lot of stuff. It's just really irritating me. But I'm going to just let him continue with this malarkey.
What does the military have to do with this?
There we go. There we go. There we go. Like, what does that have to do with anything? Nothing. Like, you just sitting here talking and nothing is coming out of your mouth. So let's continue. Thank you, Willie D.
If these people can give their life for the office, Nelly can perform. If these people can give their life for the office out of respect, give they would love this country.
His argument doesn't connect with the reason why he performed. He should have just said, hey, this is a good move for me to make for whatever other reason other than what he's saying, because you can clearly tell he's lying. And this is my opinion. I believe that he's lying right through his teeth.
Of the United States, regardless of who was in office. If President Biden would have asked me to perform, I would have performed. If Vice President Kamala Harris would have won and asked me to perform, I would have performed. I did a thing. Vice President Kamala Harris could have been last year, a year or two ago, a June event. Respect the office. It wasn't politics. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was an honor for me to do it.
Considering the backlash that you received for agreeing to this performance, right?
But I've been getting backlash. I've been getting backlash my whole career.
but this particular backlash is different. Right. How do you reconcile your artistic choices with the diverse political beliefs of your fan base?
That's my fan base. If my fan base really have a cool belief, right? Here's the thing. Like, I agree in family first. I believe in family first. Period. Family before politics. Family above and beyond. Like, right? Like, so now we don't always seem like we're making those choices sometimes when when we grow up the way that we grow up, when we in the hoods and we're doing certain things. It's like, no, you're not putting your family first when you're out there hustling, or you're not really putting your family first. Like, we can rationalize that and say that we are. But really we're not, because we're taking certain choices. But in our hearts, we truly believe that. So in this type of situation, if my fans are so, if politics is above and beyond anything other than what that person stands for, what that person has done, then I apologize that I, quote unquote, let you down, because I thought you was riding with me for the scholarship that I've been giving away since I've been in this business. I thought you was riding with me for the people that I got signed up on the bone marrow stem cell registry that was all record breaking and helping people save lives. I thought you was riding with your boy for the children that we visit at Children's Hospital to bring. I thought you was riding with me for the bikes and the presents and the things that we give away to unfortunate kids at Christmas. I thought you was riding with me because I put on for my city and I try to bring my city up every step of the way. I did not know you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I didn't know that. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices, and I thought it was the things that you do, not the things that you say should be done. If you follow what I do, this shouldn't even be an argument. He's the president. He won. This isn't a campaign. This isn't the RNC. I'm not out on the political.
Okay, he did not think his argument through very well. He should have just told the truth, and then he should have just mapped out what his arguments were going to be. But let's take a look at this really quick. What is the purpose of politics? The purpose of political association is to promote human flourishing. That's the point of politics. The main point. That's what he did when he went to this inauguration. But the human flourishing wasn't for his fan base. It wasn't. It could have been for his primary family. I don't see why they wouldn't have benefited from this. But it wasn't. But when we look at Trump and we look at the campaign that he ran this previous time and the last time, but this previous time, this just most recent time, it wasn't really about the human flourishing for all. It was about the human flourishing for really the 1%, but it's disguised to be human flourishing or progression for him and his fan base, and then crumbs for everybody else. That's really what the campaign was, and they're mad because the whole MAGA civil war that's happening, that they're calling it, is because their base is finding out that they're the ones that's going to get the crumbs. But the fact that Nelly is just sitting here lying through his teeth as if that's not what he went to go there for, his personal family to flourish, and that's it. But there's nothing wrong with that. But he's sitting here lying, talking about the military, and my goodness, just well, we don't know that. And just because you didn't get no direct payment doesn't mean that you didn't get another form of opportunity cost or opportunity benefit from going to this particular event. Now, when you go to these events and you bump heads with these other millionaires and billionaires, like, I don't know why you wouldn't say that I went there to to manage my network or something. Like, you could have just made it a more of a professional answer, but you lying, and you don't have to lie. If you went there to make sure that your family, your personal network is growing and stays healthy, and you felt that going to this inauguration would assist with that, then you should have just said that. I would have been happy with the truth. But you sitting here talking about the truth. You don't care. Listen, you might care about the truth, but that's not why you went to this inauguration. Let's continue. He can read the bullshit. This look at his face and look. look, look at his face and look at his face. Oh my gosh, it's it's malarkey for sure. Like, no. Oh, there it is. There it is. Didn't he oh my gosh, he aligned with a bunch of legitimate white supremacist groups. He never denounced them in the first inauguration, and in the second one he's definitely with what they would consider themselves white nationalists. That's the term now. It's not white supremacists anymore. The term is white nationalists, and they are proposing to be Christian nationalists. That's what that is. Didn't you say that you would perform for Joe Biden the same way that you are talking this mess about Joe Biden if he asked? You just said that. But now Joe Biden is the bad guy? Everybody in the house is on the internet. All right. Well, Nelly is going to basically get lie his way through this whole interview about why he was there at that inauguration, and he ain't got to lie. There's no reason for him to lie. So let's take a look at the actual news coverage. That's crazy. The crypto ball. It's the only reason why these black men, Snoop Dogg and Nelly. But you didn't. But you are not holding anybody to that charge either. So, like, you're not holding anybody to that charge. And I didn't vote for Joe Biden. I mean, I was appalled when Black people voted him in office and the overwhelming support that he got after the that comment that he made. I was disgusted by what Black people did there. I didn't understand why y'all would allow somebody to talk down to y'all like that and then act like it was no big deal. I mean, for me personally, I thought that was disgusting. But at the end of the day, what I did was I didn't support anything. I was very heavily critical of the way he ran the economy and everything else. But Trump is just as bad in terms of bigotry and oppression. But let's take a look at the CNN coverage. Okay, so that's going to be the end of the show for today. I will see you guys tomorrow.